We're welcome.
No.
Wait, what? We're welcome back,
What?
and MJ is here to talk about
Hi.
movies.
Yep, and how Star Wars The Last Jedi sucks.
Now continue on with what you were saying. We're gonna go destroy the spider's web.
I'm going through the web because
Alright.
I'm a boss like that.
So, one of the biggest problems that I found with The Last Jedi is, well, yes, Rian Johnson came in to subvert our expectations. He did so in a way that made sure that those expectations and all the plot hooks that JJ had set up inside of The Force Awakens basically came out to nothing. Rey's parentage,
No,
some
they're just a
random
bunch of
people.
outlandish. They're just basically
Yeah.
a bunch of murders.
Random people, they don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
why
think-
does the biggest one in my opinion, or Snoke? Snoke is nothing. He dies.
Yeah, he died off way too easily.
Let's see. Other plot hooks. Really, Poe's entire story is put on its head because they call him a hot-headed rash person who got people killed when if he hadn't done that everyone would have died, and so they punish him for nothing. And the entirety of Admiral Holdo's existence is for nothing.
Yeah, I feel like, especially the Snoke thing, he just died for no reason. He's
Yeah.
like the super powerful guy. He's just fucking dead within like a minute of him being on
Yeah.
screen.
That is definitely one of the biggest problems. The whole
Oh
the
god!
entirety of Luke.
Hold on, I'm being attacked by a wave of spiders.
Oh no! Set them on fire.
I don't want to do that.
Set them on fire.
I don't have a way to do that. Just gonna run away. Run away from the spiders.
Away, 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 away.
Why have I not found anything?
I don't know, I got attacked by 5 spiders.
Yeah, like, Pokemon do not seem to want to... Oh, wait.
Yeah,
there it
they
is.
haven't found me yet either.
It's a Clink. God damn it.
Is
Like
there? Oh,
I can tell you that the Joltics are in here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know they're here.
Hello, Clink. Clink, Clink.
flying.
Oh, I got the way.
How do I do it? Aha, that's how. Revive.
Did you use a revive?
No, I got one.
Oh, I thought you used one. It's like, why? What happened?
Is that bad?
Anyway, was there anything else you wanted to say about it, MJ?
Yeah, so going back into The Last Jedi, the entire characterization of Luke sucks. Yes, I know people are gonna
Even
bring
the
up
actor
arg-
said so, so it's not really a surprise.
It's true.
I know people are gonna bring up, oh, well, all the other Jedi Masters ran away and hid when the Order,
Honestly, none of that
broke
bothers me.
down. And it's like, okay, yes. Thing is, for Luke, all of them went into hiding specifically because the entire government of the galaxy turned on them. Luke Skywalker just helped reinstate a new government. He has access to high-level members of said government, such as Leia, and now he's running away and hiding on an island. And the reason they give for it is that he almost killed. Is that for some reason he decided, oh man, I've got to, Kylo Ren's fallen to the dark side. Well, better go kill the kid. Which does.
And it also
make
seems
sense.
incredibly. Yeah, that's very out of character for him.
Because he literally went and saved Darth Vader against everything.
Yeah.
So that and Luke Skywalker's apparent want to protect the books from Ghost Yoda, which, by the way, if Ghost Yoda's been watching this, why hasn't he actually decided to come down and say, yo, hey, knock your shit off?
More
Get back in the
importantly,
ring.
if he could cause a lightning strike to just happen as a ghost, how has he
Why
not
didn't
been
he
more
just kill Darth
proactive?
Vader?
Here's my question.
Yeah.
You know, towards the end of the movie where Luke is fighting Kylo Ren,
Yeah.
how are they connecting swords if Luke Skywalker was already dead?
Technically, he wasn't dead at that point. He died right after the fight, but
But that
force
still wasn't
bullshit.
him at the fight, though.
No, it was absolute force bullshit.
My point still stands.
Yeah,
I like
no,
seeing
it's
new creative ways of it, but you gotta implement them well at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna say it's like a force trick or something, you gotta give a reason. You gotta give me some explanations here.
Okay, I like Bianca and Professor Juniper. I don't like being stopped by them every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's annoying.
This is getting old real fast.
No, I have not seen a clink. Go the fuck away.
I have, and I don't want it. Go catch it yourselves.
Oh, hi.
What is it?
What'd you find?
Snake and Shake wants to learn Leaf Blade. Finally get rid of Leaf Tornado.
Okay. Hi.
What is it, Deadlock? What do you see? What is it, boy?
I think you have a pretty good idea who.
I have
Is
no
Misty in a well?
He won't answer us, Chris. We have no idea.
I can tell you I've been abducted, and that's about it.
Oh, Shadow Triad.
Deadlock? Oh no! Now I've been
Hi.
abducted.
Bye.
Hmm.
Was there anything up there that I missed, by the way?
Not that I saw.
This could work in my favor.
Was there? There was some. There had to have been something up this way. Oh no, that's one way. Oh, but you're freaking
You having a hard time there, Deadlock?
No, it's just a hiker that apparently just randomly just says, "Hey, I want to mess with you."
As hikers are wont to do.
I thought they weren't supposed to be nice going people.
Really depends on the hiker.
He could be a total asshole. It's whatever he feels like that day.
Well, considering he decided to send in fighting type Pokemon, and yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Yeah, he's
Or are you fighting the guy that has the Limber and the
Girder.
or
He sent out
Girder.
Girder.
I heard Limber. Limber, the Pokemon.
Actually, does he even learn Limber? Or does he even have Limber?
No. I was saying Limber because I thought that's what its name was.
Also, Herder.
Can someone explain to me why people don't like the original, not the original, but the sequels of Star Wars? Because I never understood. I thought they were fine with
You mean
movies.
the prequels?
Yes, those.
For me, I just don't much care for Anakin as a character.
The problem I see it as is...
I like Anakin, but he's
Deadlock.
not talking.
MJ was talking, mister.
Yeah, I'm terrible at this.
So, I think that the biggest problem is that it's not that it's a lot different from the original Star Wars movies in the sense that it's not about the grand spectacle of amazing adventure and battle and all that. It's more focused specifically on the geopolitical tension inside of the Star Wars universe. It's
Yeah.
like going to see Indiana Jones and getting C-SPAN.
I guess.
Now,
I guess I can
now
understand.
the politics part of it is absolutely great on a storytelling level. It really does set up the entire background to Star Wars as we really didn't get a way to look into that before. But it definitely does bring up a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's just boring politics and that stuff. They're Jedi's, just cut them down and that stuff."
Well, to be fair, politics bore the shit out of me too, so.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. I'm not saying it's a bad criticism. I'm just saying that the movie is definitely...
Oh, there's a doctor
Made
on
for
the
different
lower
reasons.
level with an Audino.
Gimme.
Yeah, I feel like it should have been released in tandem with some kind of, not necessarily documentary, I want to say, but something like that would be like an optional movie. Like, hey, if you want to find out how politics work in this universe,
Kind of like
consult-
the new Star Wars side movies.
sort
like
of.
Rogue One and stuff.
Sort of, but it would be really hard to spice up a movie dedicated specifically to Star Wars politics.
I mean, there's entire movies about lawyers just doing a singular court case.
It's true.
That's
He's
true.
not
Look up-
wrong.
I mean, A Few Good Men really gets you getting into the, action.
12 Angry Men is a favorite of mine.
Yeah, there's Few Good Men, 12 Angry Men, Runaway Jury, all good titles.
There's also, if you want to get into just straight up political, The West Wing ain't bad.
I admittedly have not seen that one.
West Wing's really good. It's,
I watched the Ace Attorney anime.
that too.
There's-
God damn it, Zach. Oh, right, the whole reason I left the cave in the first place.
But it's one of those things that the prequels just they're made with a different idea in mind to give more lore and background to the entire galaxy at large, which does cut into the original appeal of Star Wars.
Yeah.
On top of that, you do have problems like
Midichlorians.
the really slow pacing, and I will not defend the rather poor acting.
Yeah, that's a point I made before. Is I am not a fan of Hayden Christensen's acting in those movies.
Hayden Christensen, I actually think, is one of the better actors in it, if only because everyone else acts like a cardboard cutout.
Okay, let me rephrase.
Samuel L. Jackson, for starters.
Well, he had like 3 lines in the whole.
No, he had more. He had quite a few lines throughout, especially in the third movie. But it was just like he was given nothing to work
Yeah, one of
with.
those lines was
okay.
as he was being shot out a window with lightning.
Okay, let me rephrase. I don't care for Anakin's temper tantrums in the movie.
The thing is, I definitely do agree, but I feel like if you combine it with, this is a stretch now because this goes into, well, that wasn't in the movie, which is really not a good way to defend the movie. But at the same time, if you follow the Clone Wars and then you kind of match it up with, Episode 2 and Episode 3, it really does kind of set
There's
the
nothing up there,
stage
Deadlock.
as to why Anakin turned to the dark side.
Oh, I know. Like it really the whole subplot of Palpatine subverting him was handled very well.
The problem is, I feel like what they should have done is
It was an
the first
HDF,
time,
Zach. How could you?
the first
I
time
didn't
when
see it.
Anakin killed the villagers. Maybe instead of doing that, they had someone there that said, "No, Anakin, you can't do this. This is not right." Basically, let the anger boil, and then it tips over on whatever the next thing was.
Anakin kills a bunch of children, everyone gets all uppity, but when I do it, everyone gets all
Police come
uppity.
and arrest you.
Have you seen? There's a sort of still shot meme of the Force ghosts at the end of, I think it was episode 5 or 6. I forget which one. But after Darth Vader dies and his Force ghost is hanging out with Obi-Wan and Yoda's, there's this one. Apparently, there's one frame where Obi-Wan and Yoda look a little uneasy that he's there, and someone took that shot and put the caption, "When you're happy that everybody's together again, but you know this guy killed a bunch of kids."
Yeah. But
Whoa! Why does this Team Plasma Ground have 6 Pokemon?
because screw you.
Pretty much.
The first one's a Watchog, so I'm not like.
But-
What? Oh, don't tell me he's got 6 Watchogs.
I'm putting my escapade in the cave on temporary hold.
But going back to the Last Jedi, we do have a lot of really dumb plot points, and I will still point this out as a thing. No one would ever design a warship that can't, a warship's AA grid to not be able to shoot down a fighter.
Yeah.
So that's a problem on both sides of the argument, because a single fighter, Kylo Ren is a single fighter, blows up the entirety of the hangar of the Rebel capital ship, which, by the way, why are they called the Rebels of Resistance? They should be the government-known entity. But, because
They just kept the name.
Yeah, go ahead.
To sort of deviate from the Star Wars point a little bit,
Yeah.
have you guys ever watched any foreign movies that were not originally made in English and then received a English sort of dub over afterwards?
No,
I
don't think
have not, but I've seen ones that got English subs over them. Specifically, the Stalker movies.
I have. Well, yeah, those are good for the psychological thrill, but there is nothing, and I do mean nothing, that ruins an otherwise good movie, and video game for that matter, than its English voice cast just doing a shit poor job.
What are we talking about now?
Say for instance, video games might actually be a more apt example of this. Have any of you played Ark Rise Fantasia?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay, it is hailed, rightly so, as one of the worst English voiced games in, I think it originally came out for the Wii, I believe. but the English voices were so bad that the majority of people preferred to play it with the Japanese and just read the entire way.
To be honest, I'm very much of that aspect, even in most games that get official dubs.
No,
Just because I feel like they carry emotions a lot better most of the time.
well, some games, like especially depending on the voice talent they bring into it, the English dub is not bad by any means.
Oh no.
Rise Fantasia, on the other hand, great game, great story, a hell of a soundtrack, and the English voice acting just completely fucking killed it for me.
I'm trying to think of shows that had terrible English voice acting. I mean, I haven't seen that many, to be honest, though.
Like when I think back on anime, like maybe thinking back, a lot of the ones I like in my head are protected by a veil of nostalgia, but I can't really think of any that I didn't like.
I've actually been rewatching Hunter x Hunter.
That's actually really weird. AJ and I have been doing that too.
Well, I've been watching it in English dub now because I already watched it in
Wait, the 1999 or the 2011?
2011.
Okay, yeah, good, us too.
Because as far as I know, no one says anything about the 1999 version.
And I don't know if I've made this point before, but fuck any universe in which ants are allowed to exist.
Does that include Pokemon?
Do the ants exist in Pokemon?
There's Durant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, does that count?
No, not ant the insect, ant the sentient race of humanoid, whatever the fuck they are.
Basically, Deadlock, they were ants and they would eat things, and whatever they ate, they would basically gain some sort of benefit from whatever they ate, and gain its like personality and traits.
Although, now having sworn off that world, if you guys could live in a world from any anime,
Hunter x Hunter.
Oh god.
well,
That
there's
sounds just like asking to die. I know the same as One Punch Man and My Hero Academia.
well in One Punch Man. Oh, okay, I guess whatever's attacking the city can kill you. But really, you just
Seeing
have
as
to.
the cities are always destroyed horribly. I mean, look at the first episode.
Really, you just have to avoid Saitama. If you stay just away from anywhere he has a chance to be, you should be fine.
You mean the world?
Yes, stay out of the world, and Saitama or any of his enemies won't kill you.
Just kill yourself.
Or you could just not pick a fight with him. Or just smart.
No, he's
well,
not.
no.
He's not saying fight him. It's saying
Remember the meteor?
No, I mean, like-
Oh yeah, that's right. Just everything there.
Punches
Just,
the meteor and destroys the entire city.
yep,
Or
yep,
that guy who genetically modified his brother to be that gigantic hulking brick shithouse, and every step he took destroyed like 7 city blocks.
Yeah.
I would not want to be in that world.
No.
And I have to say, I'd say the same for the My Hero Academia universe. Even though there are amazing heroes and that such, a lot of them are just pricks.
And you never know. You might just get a shitty power too.
Yeah, your quirk might really phone it in.
You might be the first quirk person. to get,
It might be the first.
I glow.
Might be the first you die once this quirk activates. Quirk.
God, that would suck.
You never, because I mean, quirks can literally
So
be
what you're
anything. So
saying
you
is-
literally could just get the power to kill yourself and instantly activate upon coming of
Honestly,
age.
I would love to have that power if only in
Why
the
would you
ever-
want that?
No. It only if ever
I'm
in the
very
event.
depressed.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
No, you just said you wanted to kill yourself.
No, I did not. I said I would want the power to have that, if only because I would come across the one person who would just like be able to copy any power, and they just take your power, use it, and then all.
Yeah,
of a
but
sudden
you're not gonna know what your power is until you activate it.
You use it and then
So
die.
congratulations. If an unwary Deadlock managed to get himself into a fight with All for One.
Yeah, I'm dead. I was going to die no matter what.
Yeah, so All for One may kill himself in the process.
But
Which would be hilarious.
to be honest, it's actually pretty hard because there's a lot of anime I know where the universe is absolutely I would never want to be there, such as like
See,
Bubblegum Crisis universe.
I'm taking
That
the
is what I'd
safe.
stay far away from.
I'm taking the safe slice of life road and saying Monster Musume.
I mean, that is probably safer. That is definitely safer than Hunter x Hunter.
To be fair, every one of these
Probably,
worlds
but
have to
I
be
mean,
dangerous
I like
for-
the idea of Nen as a type of ability. I like it. It adheres
it's a
to
great
me.
idea. But at the same time, just the sheer amount of people able and willing to kill you at any given moment.
Then I just become stronger. I must
and then
improve.
And then you bump into a Hisoka and you're dead.
Listen.
But let me see.
While he kills you with a raging erection, because Hisoka.
If I don't go near him and I don't appear to be a challenge, he won't bother me.
Whew, okay.
Especially now, where he is in the
As
manga,
bad
apparently,
as
he's
the
just
universe
crazier.
could be, I definitely, or as many problems as the universe has, I definitely have to say Ghost in the Shell.
I don't know anything about it other than you'd be fucked.
Actually, for the most part, everyone has a pretty normal life.
Yeah, it's really it's the only thing that differentiates it between this world, and even then, that's not by a lot. Is the advent of a full prosthetic body.
I would not want to be the man brave enough to go to the Elfin Lied universe.
Okay, see that same
what?
thing. That same thing. Like, as long as you don't cross a Diclonius, you're fine.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
like,
see, the
you could be
universe that
miles
I-
away and it would get you.
Well, see,
You see,
because you
the
figure
worst universe I could ever think of to be in.
Attack on Titan.
Well,
Yes,
actually,
that
no.
would suck ass.
Actually, for the most part, as long as you're not on the outer walls, you're pretty fine.
Yeah, but how many people are in the outer walls compared to the inner walls?
Surprisingly, like on the outer, like little bulges, not that many.
Either way, I ain't risking that. Eventually, they're gonna break through, man. They're gonna come. They're gonna figure it out.
No, that will
That's
never.
that's kind of a lose-lose, because on one hand, you either go outside the wall and you deal with the Titans, or you stay in and you deal with all the social inequality that the Wall Society has to offer.
Oh yeah, no, it's an absolute terrible side by side, but it's definitely not the worst.
Eh.
Like by far, because for the most part,
It's down here.
at least until the wall was broken down and we have the whole thing with that in the first season, or first episode rather.
Yeah.
People have food, people have housing, and basically everything on a normal level is taken care of. You have protection, you have, you know, anything you could really need on a basic humanities level.
I assume that the question poses, like, which anime world would you like to live in while the events of said anime are unfolding?
In that case, even then, I would still say it's not the worst out there. Because there's stuff like Blue Gender.
Oh, no, fuck that.
Hmm?
So, Blue Gender is an old sci-fi anime. The main character is a guy who had an incurable disease and was put into cryostasis until the disease could be cured. Disease was cured, unfortunately, or no, I don't wish to remember that the disease was cured, but more or less, alien bugs came out and most of the world is inhospitable due to the amount of giant bugs eating people.
Yeah, like, have you ever seen Tremors, Zach?
I've seen the first one.
Oh
It's-
God.
No, or the series, not the movie.
Well, yeah.
Well, actually, the principle is the same. Basically, that on a slightly more insectoid scale.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no,
It's not the worst anime out there, but it's not the greatest.
I mean, fuck
and-
living in that universe.
Yeah, I don't
You know what
it's-
other universe I would not want to live in?
Mhm.
Monster Hunter universe. These
But
giant,
see,
ass
apparently-
monsters that would destroy us.
yeah, but apparently, like, the humans in that universe are made of way sterner stuff than the ones in ours.
To be
Is that
fair,
based on game canonicity, or is that based on?
Yeah, let's go
I'd
game.
actually point towards the Monster Hunter Stories cartoon, in which they're fairly durable.
Well, even then, like, let's assume the games are canon. We're talking about a universe where, let's assume you decide to go skydiving one day, but oh shit, you forgot your parachute. No problem, because your fucking ass doesn't take fall damage.
It's true. It's true. There are some benefits, but I mean, think like you would never be safe. And realistically speaking, though, like
As long as you
these
stay
monsters
inside
are
the
all
walls,
over the
you
place. They're huge. First of all, this world's got to be giant because of how big these monsters are.
Well, are you talking about living in this world from the perspective of a just Joe
Villain
average,
or a
or
hunter?
Yeah, are you a civilian or are you a monster hunter?
Well, either way, more than likely you're gonna be civilian for a while. Either way,
Ooh.
Hello, like how well do you know me after all these years?
you're gonna be. Hey, listen, you can be a civilian for a while. You're gonna be at least a civilian at least until you're 12, unless you're just picking up Conchu armor,
You can be
So-
a civilian.
which I would just fine because I will be a Conchu exterminator.
You can be a civilian until you're tall enough to swing your longsword around.
Yeah. Let's see, other series that I'd hate to be in Sword Art Online. Any of them. Not because it's a bad series, but because they're actually terrible games. Like, besides the fact that they kill you.
Are we limiting it to anime?
Probably, yeah, that's
I
weird.
mean, I brought up Monster Hunter, so
Yeah, well, for the sake of this
Monster Hunter does
discussion-
have an anime, though.
Yeah, I allowed Monster Hunter as an extension for this. Let's just assume anime.
Deadlock clearly has something he wants to say.
And if you're shutting down Sword Art Online, then you have to shut down all the dot hacks as well.
I mean, no, I hate to be anywhere near any of the main characters in that because, oh yeah, no, you're just brain dead. Have fun with that. Any Gundam series that is not part of the Build Fighters timeline
To live in or to not?
to not live in.
Hmm.
Because
To be
oh,
or
hey,
not to be.
Because in the UC timeline, oh hey, well, one, half of each side's population died in a week, and then Australia stopped, and then Sydney, Australia stopped existing because a space colony was dropped on it.
Rest in peace, Australia.
By the way, Zach, is it time to stop?
No, we still got a few minutes.
Alrighty.
Relax, I've been keeping track. This time.
That and generally the amount of stuff that gets thrown at Earth, and usually those things are filled with people.
Yeah, like at the risk of sounding like I'm just phoning it in and taking a lack of action, just give me a fucking slice of life. Like, throw me in Azumanga Daioh. Definitely throw me into Monster Musume, please. But
Throw me some domestic
Cowboy-
girlfriend.
You know what? Cowboy Bebop wouldn't be that bad.
Eh,
it'd be alright.
For the most part,
I think it depends
it's
on where
pretty
you are.
normal life. I mean, for the most part, it's pretty normal life if we're going on with, during the anime timeline.
Speaking of
Before,
which,
oh yeah, it's terrible.
thoughts on the concept of the live action one?
Could be done well if done correctly. But that's to be said about anything, really.
Yeah. I hold reservations always.
Yeah, like even with the Death Note movie, I gave it a chance to impress and wow me, and even though it fell short, I still gave it a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, but I fell a little further than short.
Oh, another series which I would never want to be in. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, no, definitely not.
So which one was that one? Because in my head, it's like, I
The
know it's
one,
a no.
the one where at the end of the series, everybody turned into primordial soup.
And died.
I can't.
Let me just post a picture from it.
That might help.
Yeah, it's actually getting a Netflix announced. It's going on.
It's getting episodes on Netflix, or it's getting a Netflix
Wait, for
adaptation?
real?
Yeah, no, it's Neon Genesis Evangelion is coming to Netflix.
Alright, good. I have something else to watch now.
The original series?
It's not. I don't remember if it was the original series, but I'd still watch it. It definitely looks like they've updated the graphics for a little bit, or it's the newer update of the original, but it's one of those. But yeah,
Huh.
It's what Shinji getting the robot Shinji came from.
Found a rare candy.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's the original because I remember really my gripe with the remake series, like the visually enhanced series, is Mari has no reason to be there.
To be honest, there's a lot of reasons to
There are
not like
several reasons.
Evangelion.
Yeah, but like the big one for me is, and don't get me wrong, she's got red hair and glasses, which you'd think would check my box.
Crazy.
Right, which you'd think all three of those would check my boxes, but she really has no reason to be in the series.
Yeah, I mean, that won't fight that. No.
I found a rare candy, by the way.
I found the fucker who probably has 6 watchdogs.
Oh, you're still up there.
I rated to 6 rubbish. I'm very far behind from you
Ooh.
guys.
I found a Dynamo.
Oh my god, these watchdogs are pissing me off.
And yes, Zach, I went to run another errand.
Let me see.
Oh,
Now, the
very
Gundam
well.
Build Fighters universe, I would totally want to live in. Because it's Gundam, but it's basically our normal universe. But the Gunpla, which is the Gundam's official model kits and all that, which have really nice articulation and everything, you take those and then you turn them into a combat sport.
So kind of like what Zoids did.
Yeah, except you have no risk of actually dying because it's a model fighting.
Okay, so that kind of puts me in mind of, have you ever played Custom Robo?
Yes.
Custom Robo, yes.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, you can take a Gunpla and mix and match kits together to make your own Gunpla, and then use it in a fight against other people's Gunpla. The downside is, if your Gunpla gets shredded, it kind of gets shredded. So that's like $20 to $80 down.
Yeah, so almost exactly like Custom Robo.
Yeah. Juosei is also probably not the safest universe to be in.
I don't believe I've seen that one.
Planet of the Beast King.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of people die in that one.
I still, like, AJ and I started watching that in Hawaii. We got about halfway through and then got distracted and busy and stopped. We've been meaning to start it back up and finish it.
Fairy Tale wouldn't be a bad world to live in.
Besides the world-ending disasters like every other week.
They get past it in the end.
By that logic, Naruto wouldn't be that bad either. Because in Fairy Tale, everybody has the ability to be a magician. In Naruto, everybody could potentially be a ninja.
Not anymore, apparently.
Oh, the one universe I would actually say is fine as long as you're an intelligent and not a moron.
Soul Eater?
No, Goblin Slayer.
I was thinking that, but I
Oh,
wasn't too
Jesus, I
sure.
would not want that.
No, think about it. As long as you're not pants on head retarded, you're fine.
Let's
As long
be
as
honest,
you're not
many of the people who
going-
died to the goblins are pretty stupid.
Oh,
They're-
hey,
most of the time they're
Goblin-
amateurs. They don't know that stuff because it's not like.
Yeah, as long as you're not stupid, you're fine.
Oh, fuck, I need to... Wow, that new badge did not increase our level cap.
No, it only increased it by 3.
I need to stop using Battle Bambi.
You need to stop. You gotta stop grinding up so high, Chris.
I had him in the front, and I was just plowing through these team plasma grunts, and the next thing I know, I look down, the fucker's at 37.
By the way, I haven't seen you guys in a while.
I'm right next to
Did
you, Deadlock. I just came up. From that
Oh,
whole-
oh
from
wait,
that-
is there stuff down here?
There was a rare candy, but that's about it.
I will still pick up that rare candy. Where is it?
It's like all the way down to the bottom right.
Let's not push this crystal down.
Oh, Macross / Robotech, since they're two different series but follow the same content, would be terrible to live in. Well, actually, the early Macross would be.
I'm
Later
trying to think,
Macross you could get through with.
Like, let me look back at my big listo anime at the anime on my shelf.
I'm trying to think of other things. I've not been watching much anime lately. Honestly.
Strike Witches could be interesting, but I'm not sure if it's the safest.
Probably not. Because let's see, Sergeant Frog would be interesting if a bit of a headache. Rosen Maiden, I feel, would just be creepy.
Area 88 would be the actual worst because you're a mercenary fighter pilot, and you literally just have to shoot down things, get your pay, and pray to God you don't die.
I'm trying to think of
Oh.
what have I
Okay,
been watching recently?
Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star I could see as being good, but at the same time, there are a lot of things that are way too dangerous for my life.
Would you want to
Like
live
the
in the
entirety of the Taoisms.
Yeah, like the Taoists are a little out there, but some of the things that are dangerous in that universe, like the danger is part of their appeal, like the Katara.
Would you want to live in
Katara deserve head pats.
Would you want to live in the,
Yes,
the
they do.
Bizarre Universe?
The JoJo's Bizarre Universe?
Yes.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Even
no,
though I might turn into the 12-foot tall flexing monster posing as my bone break macho man. At the same time, I am likely to get, killed horribly in a horrible way.
Let's see, going back down the list again, Negima could be interesting.
Negima could be interesting. Oh, another one that I'd totally like to avoid, Trigun.
Yeah, fuck, cause now I'm getting into some of the harder shit on my list. Fuck High School of the Dead, fuck Axis Powers Italia, fuck Helsing, fuck
Oh
Fooly
Jesus! I would not want to be anywhere near Helsing.
No, fuck Fooly Cooley, fuck Dragon Ball Z, fuck Disgaea, fuck D-Gray Man.
The Skycrawlers would be interesting, but once again, I'd avoid. The Big O I'd also avoid.
Yeah, wow, okay, see, now you're gonna have that theme song stuck in my head the whole rest of the day until I listen to it.
Okay, to be fair, it's, 12 words?
It is, but it's
the Flash Gordon effect.
Honestly, tell me it's not catchy, though.
Oh no, that's why I said it's the Flash Gordon effect.
Yeah,
Flash!
Like you can't
You are
honestly
banned
tell
from
me.
YouTube?
You can't honestly tell me that theme song isn't catchy.
Oh no, it's totally catchy.
I haven't seen enough of Burst Angel to know if it's good or not. That's one that AJ has seen that
I've actually foregone to say that being anywhere near Black Lagoon might be interesting.
I've seen bits and pieces.
We're getting to obscurity here that I don't know.
Don't piss off the Russians.
Oh,
Don't.
okay.
Don't.
You don't want to do that already.
Well, no, because one of the characters that the main crew interacts with a lot of the time is part of the Russian mafia. She's Spetsnaz. No, not Spetsnaz. I think she's VDV. But basically, everyone under her command is from her army days, loves her, will actually, do everything for her. And at the same time, she's also completely fucking psycho to the point where she blows off a murderous child's arm and leg and watches them bleed out to death.
What about No Game No Life?
I do it.
Like that would probably be my one deviation from Slice of Life. Obviously besides maybe Fairy Tail and Naruto pulling a close second, but I would do No Game No Life.
To be fair, I'd say Naruto is one of the worst ones, if only because even if you're a normal person, I'd like to point to the entire pain arc.
True, but that's also. I think one of the worst would be One Piece, honestly.
Okay, let's preface this by saying, or assuming rather, that you have at least some amount of, I'm not going to necessarily say protag power, but let's assume you can stand on, like if you wanted to be a ninja in the Naruto universe, you could. If you wanted to be a magician in the Fairy Tail universe,
like you can actually become, you can be in there. You're not going to
be the
top
thing.
tier, but
yeah, you can be a contributing member to the lore.
At the same time, once again, I point to any ninja war.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the know with that one.
Well, that is kind of the price you pay for basically joining your country's military.
I'm surprised no one said anything about Pokemon, honestly.
Yeah, but the difference is, in our normal military operations, we don't have to worry about a guy going psycho and summoning a 200-foot tall monster that shoots laser beams that destroy the entire country.
He's not wrong.
Maybe it would make fighting wars easier.
I mean, the problem is, almost all of the time, unless you're the bad guy, it's not helping you.
Well, then you just need to develop a better jutsu. I mean, because technically, Orochimaru was right. You got to experiment if you want to win wars.
That's the hard part of this whole thing. Orochimaru was right, but they didn't want to say he was right.
Yeah, because they went so hard to depict him as a bad guy, but realistically, in a time of war, the shit he did was not... Okay, it was bad, but people do that in times of war all the time. Like, I'm looking at you, CIA.
Necessary evils.
Like, everybody knows about MK Ultra. I think a lot of people know about Northwoods now. Like the U.S. is no stranger to doing morally questionable shit in times of war.
I still say I wouldn't want to live in One Piece, because even if you weren't a pirate, you'd be stuck on an island. More than likely bored. Because you can't really go anywhere.
Well, then you become a pirate. But there's the trade-off: is do you become a Devil Fruit user, or do you just train hard enough to become a badass like Mihawk?
I'd probably be the Devil Fruit user, but the next thing would be trying to find one. Because as often as they show up, they're super hard to find.
Are we going with that loophole where if you submerge yourself in water while you take it, that you can still swim?
No, that's not a loophole.
That sounds dumb.
No, apparently that is something that is in it.
No,
is that a thing?
that's not a thing.
Apparently.
I know a series that would be absolutely great to be in.
I definitely
Girls
remember
und
seeing that.
Panzer universe.
What'd you say?
Which one?
Girls und Panzer.
I don't know what that is.
So more or less, it's an entire anime series developed around the idea that
Girls are tanks?
well, yeah, it's teams of girls driving tanks, and it's non-lethal combat. Even though I don't know how you survive getting hit by our Carl Gustav, but we're just gonna laugh. We're just gonna smile about it. More or less, there's a special type of something that prevents them from tank shells from killing people.
Huh.
But it'll fully puncture tanks and send them fly.
Because I'm thinking, because Soul Eater wouldn't be that bad.
Unless you get screwed over and, you know...
Maybe you could say that, honestly, you could say about half the universes, so...
Really good.
Higurashi would be hit or miss, because while I would love that small village kind of living style, I would not want to continuously die over and over again.
Yeah, that kinda
Mushishi
sucks.
wouldn't be too bad. Depending.
Gate might not be that bad.
Claymore would be horrible.
Oh, well, that's kind of given.
I'm just going off what's on my anime shelf.
Well, now that we've gone 10
Your
minutes
show's
over, let's end,
Senki.
we're gonna end this episode here, because I completely forgot. I got distracted by conversation.
I warned you earlier!
Yep.
Good.
Point being,
So much for I pay attention this
I
time!
got distracted by conversation. It's okay.
Good conversation will do that to you.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Bye-bye!